Hi Capricorn, I am the Tarot Angel and welcome to your 2021 reading. Today I am going to be using the Rider Tarot deck as well as these compassion cards, Buddhist teachings for awakening the heart in everyday life. I'm going to be pulling 12 cards from the Rider Tarot deck to represent each month, as well as one compassion card. And I'm also going to be pulling some numbers to represent significant dates in 2021. This reading is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's get into your reading. All right, Capricorn, let's get into your reading. For January, you have the 10 of Pentacles. In January, you're spending a lot of time with your family, whether it's in person or over the phone. You're spending a lot of time talking to them, talking about childhood memories, talking about how you grew up, the rules you grew up with, and the job your parents or the people who raised you, what their jobs were when you were a kid. You're talking a lot about your foundation, or if you have children of your own, it could also be the foundation you set for your children. You're talking about that and thinking about that a lot. Foundation is very important to you, Capricorn, because you like security. You're not a big risk taker, especially if you do have a family. You put your family over everything. You've sacrificed a lot for your family. You've sacrificed your passions for your family. You feel that way? You think about the foundations you have set for your family, or that your family set for you, or even the foundation that you have set up for yourself, for your family in the future. If you are single or you just don't have a family of your own, you could also be thinking about that. For the month of February, you have the 2 of Pentacles. In February, you're thinking of starting a hobby that has the potential to be another source of income. I see it more as a hobby, but it could also be a second job. And it could provide a source of income either really quickly, or there could be a delay in you getting your income from that hobby. This hobby makes you really happy in a very innocent way. You like how fun having a hobby is. I think it's been a long time since you've had a hobby and since you've pursued a hobby, or maybe you've never pursued a hobby before, but you're having a lot of fun doing it and it doesn't feel like work. You kind of feel like a kid again, in the sense where you have that innocence that even though you are doing work, it feels like you're not, and you're having a lot of fun doing it. Even though it can be potentially making you money, it doesn't feel like a job that you're usually used to. Because you've had so much fun in March with that hobby, in the month of April, you have the Hermit. This fun hobby that you started has made you look inside yourself a lot, especially when it comes to the alignment of your passions and your current career or job. Or if you're in school, your passions and what you're studying in school. It's making you question that a lot because there's an imbalance in between them. Like I said in the beginning, you prefer security and a strong foundation over anything. So in the past, you have not followed your passions and your actual wants and desires and chose options that were safe and secure, that provided safety and security, especially financially. This hobby is very unpredictable financially as well, which is why you keep it as a hobby and you keep it as another source of income. You don't go fully into it, and you never go fully into things that aren't secure and safe. You are always looking for a safety net, and that really holds you back in life. While I was doing your reading off camera, while I was picking the cards off camera, I will sometimes pull some clarifying cards while I'm trying to figure out what the spread is saying before I come on camera and explain to you guys what the spread is saying. And this Ace of Wands card in reversed came up so many times. The Ace of Wands in reverse is all about delays and also a lack of willpower. You, Capricorn, lack the will to embark on a risky journey, which is potentially and probably your passion. You lack the willpower to do that. You're very scared to do that because it's not secure. It's incredibly unpredictable and you don't know what's going to happen. And you've either done that all your life or you're headed towards doing that all your life because of how much you like security. When that is not what life is about. You should trust what the universe has in store for you. You shouldn't be scared of taking risks, because if you follow your true passion and you surrender to what the universe has planned for you, you will be okay in the end. Sure, the journey might be rough if you have lessons to learn, but in the end, you will be safe and secure. I can't say anything about your journey about safety and security, but being secure is not what life is about. And taking risks isn't what life is about either, but if you don't take those risks and you don't allow yourself to even think about taking the risk to follow your passion, you're going to continue to be unsatisfied. And I'll get into that dissatisfaction later on in the reading, but I just wanted to stop the reading with that because that Ace of Wands card came up so many times. All right, for the month of May, we have the World in reverse. Even though you've done this reflection about your passions and the imbalance between your passions and your career, you are still working within your limitations. You, in the end of that self-reflection, you don't change anything. You don't start to follow your passions. You still stick with your limits and your secure mindset. You still prefer security over passion and overall happiness. Security does bring you happiness, which is why it is easy for you to get stuck in this loop and this dissatisfaction. Insecurity does bring you happiness, which is why it is easy for you to continue on living secure and not pursuing your passions, because security brings you an amount of happiness, but it doesn't bring you anything compared to the happiness you would have if you were to follow your passion. For the month of June, you have the Strength card. You're persevering through these two sources of income, or you're persevering with the fact that this hobby isn't giving you a source of income, but you're still doing it because you are having fun doing it. You can also be thinking about how you've persevered through life despite the fact that you've worked through your limitations. Because even though you don't take great risks, you are still incredibly strong and capable. You have a great amount of ambition in literally anything you do, which is why you are still persevering with these two incomes, even if it is incredibly stressful, especially the one that takes off immediately. For the month of July, you have the Eight of Wands. If you're in the group whose hobby or other source of income hasn't taken off yet, July is the month where it takes off. If you're in the group where it took off immediately, then it starts to speed up in the month of July, whatever this hobby is. So Capricorn, you're guaranteed to start making money off of this new hobby in the month of July. Doesn't matter which group you're in. For the month of August, you have the Lovers card in reverse. Because there has been a great movement or acceleration with this hobby, you are very indecisive in making a choice on whether or not to fully pursue this hobby and to get rid of your other secure source of income. Because you had this reflection about how you've always worked within your limitations in the month of April and May, you're thinking about it. You're thinking about stepping outside of your box and taking the risk. Even though this hobby is incredibly unstable, like it could go away like that. It is very unpredictable. It's not as secure as your original source of income. So you're questioning whether or not you should take the risk and pursue this hobby fully as a career. For the month of September, you have the Seven of Pentacles. This Lovers card in reverse in the month of August represents an indecision, and in September you still don't make that decision. You're still uncertain about this hobby and its stability, and you decide to wait it out to make your decision. So you're still juggling two sources of income by September. You're very uncertain about this hobby. You're very uncertain about taking this risk, which you are always doing. You're always uncertain about taking risks. For the month of September, you have the Four of Cups in reverse. You're still juggling these two sources of income, but now you're at a point where you have a lot of dissatisfaction with this new hobby. This is just a hobby. It is nothing compared to your actual passion. It's just a fun hobby that is also making you a second source of income. You feel like just by starting this hobby and pursuing it, even though it's alongside of your original job or original source of income, you feel like you took a risk, and the outcome of that risk, the outcome about how you feel about taking that risk, because it's a big thing for you to even start a hobby alongside of your other original source of income. You're dissatisfied with the outcome of that risk, not in the physical world, but in the emotional world and how you feel about yourself after taking that risk. Especially with this reflection that you did in the month of April, you feel like you could have taken a bigger risk, and you feel regretful of this decision, that you didn't fully pursue this hobby. And this regret is and dissatisfaction is something that you've felt before or will continue to feel for a long time until you surrender to the universe and what the universe has planned for you and give in to pursuing your passion, or give in to looking to pursue your passion. This cycle of not taking risks and not trusting something that is unpredictable and ending up being dissatisfied with your decision is a very karmic journey for you. It happens multiple times, or it will happen multiple times to you until you learn to follow your passions and to follow the things that you want to do, not the things that make you feel secure. You need to stop thinking about your needs and start thinking about your wants. And I mean this in a long-term sense, not in a short-term materialistic sense of this is what I want, this is what I need. I mean in a long-term what you want in life. For the month of November, I have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Because of this dissatisfaction you felt in the month of October, in the month of November, you're very passive towards a lot of people. You're taking it out on the people around you because you're unsatisfied with yourself. And because you're unsatisfied with your decision that you made in between August and September, you start to judge other people's decisions. You're holding a grudge against yourself, but you're taking it out on other people. And for the month of December, you have the Seven of Cups. In the month of December and potentially at the end of November, you have a strong temptation to go against this karmic cycle that you've been going through and start pursuing your passion, or start looking for what your passion could potentially be, but you resist it because you favor security and you'd rather be safe than sorry. And you're fearful of taking risks. You're fearful of uncertainty. And I ask you, Capricorn, to get rid of that fear. Go against that fear and follow your passions, because you're delaying yourself. You're delaying your journey. You're delaying your awakening when you do this. This is a karmic cycle that will continue on in your life. It was part of your past life and it will be part of your future lives if you don't learn to get rid of that fear of taking risks and surrender to what the universe has planned to you and be optimistic about it. All right, Capricorn, next I'm going to be pulling some significant dates for 2021. All right, we have October, June, September, and May. Then for dates, we have the 10th, the 25th, the 9th, and the 17th. So it could be May of any of these dates, June of any of these dates, October of any of these dates, or September of any of these dates. Also, you have two repeating numbers, 1010 and 9-9. Next, I'm going to read you your compassion card. Your compassion card says, of the two witnesses, hold the principal one. The two witnesses of what you do are others and yourself. Of these two, you are the only one who really knows exactly what is going on. So work with seeing yourself with compassion, but without any self-deception. So Capricorn, when you do this reflection in April, don't deceive yourself with your own fears. Truly think about what you are passionate about and what you want to do in life or with your life. And don't disregard that. Don't allow yourself to disregard those thoughts, even if they're the wildest of dreams. Don't hold yourself back. Self-saboteur. Refrain from that. All right, Capricorn, that was your 2021 prediction. I hope this resonated with you. If it didn't, please check out my other videos that could correspond with another placement in your chart. Again, this is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Please like this video and leave a comment down below for any suggestions for readings I should do in the future. I'm going to be uploading every day, so I could use the suggestions because I might run out of ideas. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more. I hope you have a great day or night, and Happy New Year.